Whoa! You're fired! And I am the voice of the voiceless.
That is undisputed.
Hey, this is TBK here. Turnbuckle King. Breaking news. It's about Vince McMahon. Have a lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon accusing him of trafficking. Another Vince McMahon lawsuit. This is here. We are at the lockers. Welcome to the Locker Room News. Also, I am on Rumble right now. Right now as well, simultaneously streaming. For those of you at the Locker Room on Rumble, check me out there too, or here on YouTube on the Toxic Reign scandal. But with that being said, we're going to cover what's been going on with Vince McMahon. It seems like this man cannot stay out of trouble. One thing after another with this man, no matter what the cases are. But like I said, we'll cover this more and get into the story and see what is going on with Mr. Vince Kennedy McMahon. Why is he involved in another trafficking thing? So we are here now, not just only at the Locker Room, but we are at Toxic News Turmoil. And this is really toxic news type of turmoil. So let's not forget that. Let's cover what's going on. What's been going on with Vince McMahon? Now, I said he's been accused of trafficking by WWE staffer he paid to keep quiet. Janelle Grant files lawsuit saying McMahon pressured her into having what with him, and other men at wrestling business raises questions about 2022 board probe into CEO payouts. This is getting crazy already. So let's get more into it and see what is going on with Vince McMahon. Why is he having all these issues going on with him? One thing after another, like I said before. We know about the hush money back in 2022, and now it's the issue with this as well. So we will cover more in the story, but you guys gotta let me know what is going on. It's just got worse so far, but I will get more into it. Like I said, like and subscribe here, also on Rumble as well. Of Locker Room News. We're going to see what's going on. We're going to see how all this came about with him. And with that being said, I'm going to read the rest of the story, and I'll show you more about this, of what's going on with Vince McMahon. This is just too wild for me. Too rich for my blood, I can say that. But let's see what's going on. Let's see what's going on with Vince McMahon lawsuit. Let's see what is causing all this trouble. So let's read it, shall we? A woman who received payout from, I'm gonna read more about this. Okay. New allegations in a lawsuit against Vince McMahon. The Wall Street Journal reports that a lawsuit been filed against Vince McMahon, WWE, and former executive John Laurinaitis. The lawsuit accuses McMahon of trafficking, emotional, and SA. Janelle Grant, a former employee of WWE headquarters, said in a lawsuit that she was A word and the S word exploited by McMahon while he was chief executive. She alleged that McMahon lured her into with promises of career advancement. Then he allegedly exploited her. Ouch, exploited her. This gotta take a minute to see how crazy this has really gotten. Let's continue. All right. He exploited her and trafficked her up to other men inside the company. Grant reportedly signed a non-disclosure agreement. Non-disclosure, right? All right, non-disclosure agreement in 2022, which McMahon agreed to pay $3 million for her not to discuss their relationship or to disparage him. Grant lawsuit claims McMahon stopped making payments, under the 2022 deal. After the initial $1 million installment, the suit seeks to void the agreement and unspecified financial damages. The lawsuit seeks a judgment that the NDA is invalid under state and federal law, and compensatory and punitive damages under other laws, including the Trafficking Victims Protection Act. This is a statement from Janelle Grant, lawyer, and Callis. Man, I gotta take a breather. This is getting so crazy. All right, let me take a second to read. Let me take a deep breath here. Today's complaint seeks to hold accountable two WWE executives. Two WWE executives now. And these executives are... Okay, they're assaulted and trafficked plaintiff Janelle Grant, as well as the organization and facilitative or turned a blind eye to the ABUSE and then swept under the rug, said Ann Callis, attorney for Ms. Grant. She is an incredibly private and courageous person who has suffered deeply at the hands of Ms. McMahon and Mr. Joe Laurinaitis. If you guys know who that is, Ms. Grant hopes that her lawsuit will prevent other women from being victimized. The organization is well aware of Ms. McMahon's history of depraved behavior, and it's time that they take responsibility for the misconduct of its leadership. Once again, I gotta take a deep breath to this. This is crazy. Salute to you, Mr. Goodbread. Salute to you. This is crazy because John Laurinaitis is involved in this whole thing as well. And this is really making him look bad, no matter how you put it. This is really bad. It's just crazy. This just happened in 2022, and now it's rising up again. We in 2024. So this is it does not stop with Vince McMahon. It doesn't. It doesn't at all. So we're going to read more to this article. It's just getting worse and worse with Vince McMahon, and it's just not getting any better. Because like I said, this broke news about maybe a few hours ago. But with that being said, let me continue on what it says, because this is not over. Let's read more into this article. It says, too, that the lawsuit describes in graphic detail Grant's account of her interactions with McMahon. Readers can view the lawsuit, which comes by a trigger warning. And let's read this here. Remember, now let me give you a disclaimer here. Me say it right now. This is crazy. For anyone that feels offensive to this, it's a trigger warning. What I'm about to read shortly, and I'm going to read the rest of this lawsuit. There's a lot more to this, and I'm going to read this shortly. It's if you're at work, this is an NSFW environment. That's stuff I'm about to read. If you're at work, at least keep your headphones low, because this is about to blow. So, like I said, all I gotta say is this happened, but let's get going to it. Notably, McMahon was most aggressive when he used certain toys named after male WWE wrestlers and performers. McMahon used the S toy so that the color of the toy matched the race of the wrestler. For example, a black, DILDO, would be named after African American wrestler, and a white, start with a D, ends with an O, would be named after a Caucasian wrestler. In addition to McMahon's infatuation with pretending that other men, and namely certain WWE talent, were in the room with them, this was yet another instrumental step in this synchronizing Miss Grant to his fantasy and eventual demands that she perform S acts and or have X contact with others within WWE. Man, these dudes do not stop at all. Man, he don't stop. All right, let me continue. This is getting really nasty. What's going on here? This is worse than I thought. Like I said, let me take a deep breath again. Listen, man lost his mind today with stuff he doing. All right. As one example of McMahon extreme depravity, on May 9, 2020, he officiated on Miss Grant doing a threesome and then commanded her to continue pleasuring his friend with feces in her hair and running down her back while McMahon went to the bathroom to shower off. This is similar to the Puff Daddy. Upon his return from the bathroom, McMahon and his friend actively resumed the threesome, which lasted over an hour and a half while Miss Grant remained covered in McMahon's filth. When McMahon's friend left, McMahon ordered her to stay and continue to sexually gratify him. I see why WWE. I see why this merge kept these two fools away. All right, let me continue. In June 2021, McMahon and defendant Laurinaitis assaulted Miss Grant inside Laurinaitis' office in WWE headquarters while colleagues were busy at their desk. Behind a locked door, the two men cornered her and pulled her between them, forcibly touching her before ultimately putting her on top of the table in between them. She begged them to stop, but they forced themselves on her, each taking turns restraining her from the other, while saying no means yes and take it. Words I quote, bitch. Take it, bitch. In March 2020, McMahon began sharing explicit photographs and videos of Miss Grant and content he recorded with other men inside and outside the company, including members of the television production tech team, executive producer, and a world-famous athlete and former UFC heavyweight champion with whom WWE was actively trying to sign a new contract and ultimately did sign that contract. Let me read that again. They said it was members of production tech, team executive producers, and a world-famous athlete and former UFC heavyweight champion who the WWE was trying to sign a new contract. That sounds familiar. That sounds very, very familiar. And the name I'm going to type in here that you're going to see on the screen shortly, it's only one name that sounds like that, and you definitely know who this gentleman is. That's Brock Lesnar. That's allegedly Brock Lesnar. He is a former UFC heavyweight champion, and he did sign a new contract with WWE around this time. That's Brock. That's Suplex City. Did he really take a Suplex City? That's Brock all day. Oh, man. I just want to let the audience know that when I read that, I wanted to read it twice to let you guys know that sounded too much similar to Brock Lesnar. That is Mr. Suplex City. Who else is a former UFC heavyweight champion who the WWE was trying to sign to a contract? That's Brock Lesnar all day. But let's get back to this is a trigger warning, because I am not done. Let's continue, shall we? During the May 18, 2019 encounter, Miss Grant felt coerced into engaging in activity and that McMahon had trapped her into a possible situation as she feared Adher's career and personal consequences and legal retaliation if she declined his advances. McMahon stated, "This is what I've been waiting for," as he performed oral S-word on her. Ms. Grant asked that protection be used, and McMahon responded, "There's no need to worry because he was clean," which means he has no diseases. Feeling that she was being used for his gratification, Ms. Grant went numb and was unable to make eye contact. McMahon then flipped off his back and said, "Okay, jack him off." On March 26, 2020, McMahon sent a lengthy message to Ms. Grant describing in detail the circumstances surrounding sharing explicit photographs of Ms. Grant to a former WWE referee, referred to herein as WWE referee. McMahon described how the WWE referee left to M word, which is pleasuring yourself. You guys paint the picture of what that word I'm talking about. He told Miss Grant she made a perfect stranger very happy. This some sick ass shit, man. For real. McMahon became the most important figure in Miss Grant's life as he meticulously asserted power and control almost over every aspect of it. Miss Grant fears it testified over the consequences that could result from McMahon's actions. Particularly by sharing her naked pictures, she became paranoid, completely dependent on, and worshipfully devoted to McMahon. Okay, that's the whole article. Oh man, I'm glad I'm reading that. Like I said, I see why the Endeavor WWE merged, why Vince and Johnny Laurinaitis is not around, because they was causing a lot of bad traction within the company. We had the Hush scandal in 2022, and now we have this situation, and it's pretty much a continuation of the Hush scandal, because it says that Vince did not pay her. Vince McMahon did not. That she had an NDA but expired, and he already paid her $1 million, and she wanted more. So, Janelle Grant wanted her money, but this is just crazy though. She already had an initial $1 million installment, but the suit says it seeks to avoid the agreement. So this means she could get more money in this scandal, because this is just crazy. And not only we hear that Brock Lesnar's name is mentioned in this as well. But this does not look good for Vince McMahon. He already had the Hush scandal. He already stepped down. Then we had the TKO WWE Endeavor deal. But I could definitely see it now. There's no chance in hell of Vince McMahon ever being the same again following this whole thing. This is wild. This is getting worse and worse. Every time I look up, it's something against him. I think he was just sued a couple months ago. It's always something going on with him. And the way that article was read, it sounded like it was pretty much a ring. It was a ring in there, not a wrestling ring either. It was like pretty much, it sounded like they was pawning her off to other men. It's pretty much like a prostitution ring. That's what it sounded like in here. It was pretty much a prostitution ring. And she got passed around. And they said Vince McMahon had feces in her hair, and he wanted to keep it in there while he showered off. This is no different than Puff Daddy and the stuff going on with Cassidy that we all know happened months ago. And it's ever since the reason I'm bringing that up, I know the Vince McMahon scandal was in 2022, but ever since this whole Survivors Act in New York City, even after it expired, then the whole Puff Daddy Cassidy thing, every time I look up, it's a lawsuit against this, and it's always trafficking lawsuit here, trafficking lawsuit there, this person, that person, this person, that person. It pretty much opened the floodgates. And Vince McMahon already had the floodgates open on him. They were slowly dying down, but now it's risen back up following this whole situation. So this is not a good look for Vince McMahon at all. I see why WWE has made the very, very rightful business decision to keep him away from all of this stuff going on, because it's just not getting any better with him. I mean, he's getting sued again by Janelle Grant. So this young lady did all this stuff going on, but who knows, it's just getting worse and worse, man. And I think what's going on, these women are not innocent. They're volunteering to sign up for all this stuff. And then when they see that the water's well dry, they go ahead and it rises up again so they get a check. Because obviously she was down with it from the beginning. Now she wants to sue. So that's my thing. My question is, I want to ask the audience here and on Rumble, it's really simple. Is Janelle Grant is she innocent, or is she just a volunteer of this nonsense? Is she innocent to this? That's my question about her. Is she innocent for this, or what's been going on? Well, he said, good bread. That's a fact. These will be volunteering to the hush money run out. Yes. Is she innocent with this whole situation? Because I just find it very suspicious that this stuff's going on. And now she's coming out who already got paid money. Now she wants another check. She already got paid initially $1 million. It's getting worse and worse and worse and worse. And Vince McMahon can't catch a break for anything. But I don't think Janelle Grant's innocent all the way. I think she's benefiting just like the other, as they say, survivors or victims have been. They see an opportunity to get more money, and they're doing it. I don't know how young they say she is, Janelle Grant, but she was an employee, and they said promising her a career. Career in what? A career in what? Corporate or anything? It's just wild. It just does not make any sense. It's getting worse and worse with Vince McMahon. It's still not a good look for him, whether Janelle Grant's innocent or volunteer. It's just, and then now I'm hearing that Brock Lesnar name is involved in this now. Now he's involved. So it just, like I said, just does not stop with Vince McMahon at all. No, none whatsoever. So I don't get it, you know. But it did say that Brock Lesnar name was mentioned. And we don't never hear enough crazy about Brock often. We don't never hardly hear anything about him. And now it's crazy not saying it is. Now, there's more information about Brock Lesnar. And I'm going to pull this up right now. So let's see what's going on with Brock Lesnar, because there's a report about him too. You know, I guess Brock Lesnar was taking the Suplex City. Let's see what Mr. Suplex City was doing, because it's some more stuff involved. And we here at the locker room, like I said, get your seat at the lockers. We got more going in. When you say sound like Vince taking a hit, oh yeah, absolutely, Vince taking all of it, but he's taking the hit. But John Laurinaitis is right there with him. But Brock Lesnar's name is involved, and we're gonna see what's going on with him and how he got involved. Because it said Brock Lesnar, but it was alleged. Now it's definitely saying new report breaking again that there is saying that his name is involved too. So let's see what's going on with Mr. Brock Lesnar. Let's read it. The report says Brock Lesnar as WWE star mentioned in the Vince McMahon trafficking lawsuit. Now, when I read the article, I said it sounded like him. It's so obvious it was him. But now saying right here, let's see. It said a bombshell was dropped by lawsuit filed by Janelle Grant. Let's see. We read most of this. Let's read to the Brock Lesnar part. I must continue on here. The suit further claims that McMahon gave Lesnar Grant's phone number in December. Wow. Okay. That's why that just happened. That was a month ago, or was it December of 2022? Leading to Lesnar requested that she send him more explicit content. Grant then alleged that Lesnar told her that he would like to set up a play date between the two of them, though the encounter will ultimately not take place due to a snowstorm disrupting Lesnar's travel plans. We just had a snowstorm, so this was very recent. Grant alleges McMahon will attempt to traffic her to Lesnar one final time in March 2022. Or maybe this was an old snowstorm then. When McMahon once again tell her to send explicit photos to Lesnar. Ultimately, the suit alleged that a physical meeting between Lesnar and Grant never took place. Lesnar has not commented on the matter at this time. So, following this, like I just read the article, Brock Lesnar, his name was involved, that she was setting up to do something with him, but nothing happened between Brock Lesnar and Miss Grant. Nothing happened between those two. It doesn't say anything that anything happened, but it seemed like he's clear, because I don't hear nothing about her. But this is crazy that he was almost involved. So he's in the clear on that one. They say nothing happened, and they said it was just alleged, but they said that she was trying to go with Brock Lesnar once doing it was a snowstorm. Second time with a, second time it did not happen, and Brock Lesnar, did not meet up with her. They said McMahon was telling her to send the photos to Brock Lesnar, but Brock Lesnar did not do nothing with her. It seemed like Brock Lesnar got some sense. He didn't do nothing with it. I guess he saw how crazy it was going. And this is just wild that this is happening, but nothing happened. But that's the update of that of the Brock Lesnar's name being in the mix on this. But other than that, Vince McMahon, you are still on the hook on this. You are still on the hook. It's still another lawsuit by Vince McMahon. But I'm glad that Brock Lesnar has sense enough to do anything. I'm glad nothing happened. I'm glad he got out of it, because it would have definitely ruined his name. Now, I know Brock Lesnar at near the end of his wrestling career, he's not involved like he used to be. But I'm glad he did not be stupid enough to get involved like Mr. Laurinaitis and definitely Vince McMahon. Obviously, he didn't want to be tied into it. So, but the snowstorm, stopped him. Maybe it was an act of God. Who knows? Who knows what was going to happen? But it's not a good look if he had done that. So, like I said, this is a not good look for Vince McMahon. I know he just had spinal surgery recently, and like I said, it was starting to die down with him. But Brock Lesnar was going to get involved. I'm not saying he's completely off. He just didn't do nothing, but he was going to. Brock Lesnar was definitely going to do something. I'm not stupid. It's just a snowstorm and other time constraints preventing him from getting involved with Miss Grant. So they did send pictures to him. He did get involved with her. They was talking. If he could get involved, he would never, talk in the first place. So he's still involved some way, shape, or form. But this is definitely another lawsuit, and it's just bad though. It's bad. Very bad that's happened between them. Yeah, I believe you got the pictures too. And while we at it, Mr. Goodbread, shout out to you. It's happy birthday to Mr. Goodbread on here. For guys live chatting in comment section, give this man a good happy birthday. This man's turn. He's in his 30s still. Happy birthday to him. But meanwhile, let's get back to this nasty lawsuit. But you heard what it said in the trigger warning. He had feces, and the crazy part is John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon cornered her in their office, and they was literally taking turns on her, And then the referee said he was pleasuring himself watching them. Vince McMahon a sick dude, man. I knew he was sick. But I know, like I said, this is no chance for him ever being the same again. Never, ever being the same. Never, ever what happened.
Whoa! You're fired! You're fired! Whoa! Yeah!
Yeah, he's fired from all of this. All the stuff he's caused, all the trouble he did. Yep. All the stuff he done is just getting worse and worse with Vince McMahon. I just don't see him ever bouncing back. The respect, his name, the value that he once had for many, many decades, dating back to the 80s of the Hulkamania days and the Golden Age era. All that reputation has gone down the drain following this issue. Because I believe, and I said this to myself before, I think Vince McMahon, once WWE was going down to a point as far as ratings and the product, I think he should just retire then and pass the reign along on to somebody else. I don't think he should have continued on, because yet if he has stopped, and took care of his business and everything, I think his name would not be in the mud like it is now. And the reason I said it, because when you are powerful like Vince McMahon and have the money and resource like Vince McMahon, if you don't let go of the reign or don't pass the torch and don't stop with, let your run be finished, That's when greed kicks in, and ultimately it costs you everything, everything. And that's what happened with Vince McMahon here. He did not want to let go of the reign, and it just ultimately cost everything. And the point I'm saying is, Vince McMahon, his greed that he's had for forever, Vince's greed has cost him everything. Bottom line, his greed has cost him everything. And I just don't like that, you know. I don't like that at all. Vince McMahon, his greed has cost him everything. Salute to you, Mr. Approach. Thanks for coming out. Like, subscribe as you come in. Rumble and Toxic Ring Scan on YouTube. But Vince's greed has cost him everything. I think when WWE was going down, I want to say late PG era, right when John Cena was starting to go down, I think he should have just stopped, retired, and whatever allegations, all this hush money, he could have had time to take care of that, but he didn't take care of it because he was running WWE. And they said that he would never ever let go of the power, and his greed and power cost him everything. When, you know, remember those days in WWE Raw, 2-3 hours before the show, he rips up the scripts like 5-6 times. I mean, I think if he had just stopped, he wouldn't be in the situation he's at. And then, like I said, you didn't want to give it up, and you end up losing anyway. You're not running WWE no more. You don't have the respect and recognition that you had anymore. The ones who do respect, like you, they'll have respect for you, but not the rest of the WWE universe. You know, we got 9 people in here. Hit the like button as you come in. But yeah, it just ultimately cost him everything that he's done. His career really has not. It's not ever going to be the same. It's not ever going to be the same at all. And I think, like I said before, it's ruined his career. It's ruined his career. And I see why WWE moved the way they did. Like I said before, and I said again, I see why the Endeavor WWE merge kept Vince McMahon and Johnny Laurinaitis away. Because these guys were bad for business. They always was into something, and they had to get rid of these guys. They could not be involved, you know. Now, in that report, it said production tech and other tech guys. Now, what name that was a part of Vince McMahon's regime that just left the company? My question is, this person, and I'm going to put his name up right now. Was this person involved too, Kevin Dunn? I'm starting to raise my eyebrows a little bit. Maybe Kevin Dunn was involved too. Maybe that's why. Didn't you notice that he just stepped down, or AKA retired, right before, a few weeks ago or a month ago before this stuff happened? Did Kevin Dunn know that this was going to come up? Is that why Kevin Dunn stepped down and quit? I watch everything. I think Kevin Dunn was involved too, because he was the head of, the camera and tech department, production team, because it said that the production team was involved in this. It did say it though, definitely a production team. And if you guys can allow me to show this again, I believe it says something about that. If I'm not mistaken. Let's see it right here. We're going to pull this up right now, but it says something about a tech team. It says something about a tech team. So let's see. Because I believe that was Kevin Dunn's, his title for the whole duration of the company, at least when he left, I should say. So let's see. Let's pull this up right now. It says right here. I'm going to highlight it right here. It says, members of the television production tech team executive producers. I'm going to say it again. Television production tech team executive producers. That sounds very close to Kevin Dunn's title. It's not like he was involved too. That's why Kevin Dunn quit and retired. So he's involved too. Now, that's no report of any other source saying that. That's Toxic Ring saying that. That is he saying that. Like I said, this is the locker room. We are pulling up everything. Remember, this is Toxic News Turmoil. This is where I think Kevin Dunn name was involved. because Kevin Dunn was a part of that. Now let's see. Remember, let's pull him up again. Kevin Dunn quits WWE. If you guys remember, I just did a story on Kevin Dunn when he quit. Now let's see. We will pull him up again. Kevin Dunn, you are not off scot-free, sir. We are on you too. Let's see. Let's pull that up right now. Kevin Dunn was involved. Can't tell me no different. Now let's see. It says more backstage details of Kevin Dunn leaving WWE. And this is 3 days ago, guys. Today's the 25th, 21st. Says Kevin Dunn leaving WWE from his role as what? What's his role? Chief Executive Producer and Chief Global Television Distribution. That sounds kind of similar to the alleged position that was involved in this whole scandal. And it said the report's been his overall involvement and what he was like to work with. And it said he reportedly had a hand in WWE broadcasts, including graphics, lighting, camera, audio, pyrotechnics, and video. He saw aspect that he could look better, and he provided feedback and served as the reign leader for WWE TV broadcasts, pretty much the head of the whole thing, the head honcho. And it said one source said that they said that he was not as difficult to work with as initially expected, but TV director, the best out of everyone. But I bet you he was involved in this scandal. They're not going to say his name. Pretty much, it may be NDA not to say his name. And he just left. He was with WWE over 40 years, and he announced his exit at the beginning of the year. Kevin Dunn knew that it was getting hot in the kitchen, and he got up out of there. That's the point I'm trying to make. I think he was involved in this too. He is not slick. I'm watching you, Mr. Dunn. I'm watching you. See who else came into the locker room. Billy Bishop Records, thanks, man. Thanks for coming out. Always appreciate your support. Is that why he left? Yeah, Billy Bishop. I believe Kevin Dunn's name was involved. That's why I pulled up his job description at the time when he left the company, and that's why I put his name up there, because and also in that scandal I put what title of what position was involved besides John Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon, and of course a referee, unnamed referee, but I believe his name was mentioned too. I would say Kevin Dunn was involved. He was involved. Yes, you see it. It's not just me thinking. Put a one in chat if you think it's Kevin Dunn. Rumble and YouTube. Put a one in chat if you think Kevin Dunn is the name that was involved. Put a two if you don't think Kevin Dunn's name was involved. But I think this was Kevin Dunn. This smells like Kevin Dunn. I think, and he just left. What a coincidence. He just left the company. He left beginning of this year, like what, a few weeks ago. And now he's gone. I believe he was involved as well. Man, it didn't take much to figure that out. I'm not even a detective, and I feel like one right now. But yeah, I think he was involved. I think Kevin Dunn's name was involved. I really think he was. I think Kevin Dunn was the guy behind this. I think he was involved in this whole thing. They're just not going to mention him. Like I said, it could be a whole bunch of maybe India or anything, but Kevin Dunn was involved in this whole thing. I believe so. And we'll give you guys a couple more minutes. Let's come up with the tally of voting based on who did what with this whole situation. Was this Kevin Dunn? Because it's, like I said, I pulled up his job description and I pulled up the article that said it sounds so close to him. Let's see what the voting says. Billy Bishop said 1. Gilbreth said 1. Mr. Pro said 1. They're saying Brock Lesnar involved too. Thomas Romano, I just read off about Brock Lesnar. They said that she was arranged to meet up with Brock Lesnar. They said it was alleged that she was supposed to meet with Brock Lesnar on 2 separate occasions, but it never happened. One time was because of the snowstorm, another time just didn't happen. I read that part of the article already. So yes, I did touch on Brock Lesnar, and he was sent explicit photos If you take a look on the playback, I talked about Brock Lesnar right before Kevin Dunn, and they said he wasn't involved, but that don't mean Brock Lesnar had intentions on doing it. So if you got time, Thomas Romano, take a look back. I did mention Brock Lesnar. I touched on it. Let's see what another person in the chat. If I said your name correctly, excuse me if I said it wrong. Sei Ubani. If I said your name, if I said it wrong, excuse me. But read your comment. Says, don't be surprised if the Undertaker's involved because him and Vince McMahon are pretty close. Undertaker don't seem like the type that would do that. Well, I wouldn't rule it out. But you got a point there. Him and Vince are extremely close. It's very, very close. They were close since the early 90s when Undertaker debuted in WWE. They even hang out now still. But meanwhile to that, it's a lot of names involved in this whole thing. And like I said, it's not just Johnny Laurinaitis and Vince McMahon. And Brock Lesnar was sent. Like I said, he was sent photos by Mrs. What this heifer name again? Janelle Grant, and he did not meet up with her due to a snowstorm. He did get explicit photos, and now we hear that possibly alleged. Keyword alleged that Kevin Dunn, I believe, and I think the audience agrees too. Kevin Dunn may be involved too, the former head of the global TV production that just retired beginning this month. So I believe so. So let's see. Thank you all for coming out so far. This is breaking news at the locker room. Let's see what else you got to say. Triple H better pray that his name doesn't come up in any type of way or any type of involvement, even a little bit. Man, you got a point there. Say you got a point there, because you gotta remember Triple H just lost his board of directors spot, and I think he lost that to The Rock, who just became part of the board of directors. So yeah, if Triple H does get involved, if his name is involved in this scandal, then yes, Triple H, he will lose his position as head of creative or be forced to step down, and he would definitely lose his reputation and his good name that he has gained and garnered for well over many decades. And once again, we got 18 people in the lockers room. In the locker room, please hit like as you come in. This is good news we got here at the locker room. But yeah, like I said, based on the report, I don't think Triple H or Undertaker will be involved, but it's a good theory, because we didn't think that Brock Lesnar name would be involved, or alleged involved, or at least attempt, or Kevin Dunn for that matter. So we don't know, but I'm definitely going to be watching what else will be going in WWE. Another question is, will this have something to do with connection of why Rock bought XFL and merged with USFL, and why he's head of directors? Is that something Rock knows too, or he just replaces somebody? Or maybe it's just a theory. But this is definitely not a good look for Vince McMahon or John Laurinaitis. He's not good either, you know. But yeah, Vince McMahon, all the dirty stuff that you've done, it is basically come up with you. And like I said, I just don't see him ever coming back to the normal same position that he was once in before. I don't see it at all. I don't think anything else would. I don't think there's any names tied to this, because you guys gotta remember, this is breaking news. As this goes on for probably later today and then tomorrow, even the next couple of days, there could be some more additions to this story. Could be more details that's probably not even discussed right now. That's why I'm trying to cover as much as I can, or at least put it out there of who it could be of this lawsuit. This is a nasty lawsuit, very, very nasty lawsuit, to say the least. And it's just sad of what's been going on. But I haven't heard anything else. But I don't think anything else would happen, but this is getting worse and worse for Vince. And anybody that's connected to Vince McMahon right now, I will say, if you don't have your bases covered, you will be a part of this scandal too. You will be a part of this scandal too, and you'll get sued, and then have to pay money, then a whole bunch of other stuff that you shouldn't have to be involved in. And that's what we don't want. It's just sad because we heard good news with WWE this week. We heard that The Rock, took over board of directors. He's a part of the board of directors. He merged the XFL with USFL a couple weeks ago. Then we have the Netflix WWE deal for a $5 billion deal, up to 10 years, opt out after 5, or extend up to 20. And now we hearing this stuff here. So I can tell you this. I know it's not the best thing to say. I know it's not funny, but despite all the stuff that's going on, I would say too that regarding all of this, they're not going to say this, but low key, AEW is laughing at you guys right now. They probably had also going with that Chris Jericho stuff last month. They probably laughing. They probably glad to stuff happened to WWE because it takes the heat off them because they have so much nonsense going on. So AEW probably laughing at you guys low key, but definitely. But I agree. This is not a good look for WWE. Yep, this is enough to give AEW a light of hope. Yes, Billy Bishop, you're right. You're right. AEW's laughing. What's done in the dark eventually comes to light. Definitely. Yeah, Vince McMahon, he's sick. Girl had feces in her hair. He's sick, man. He's a sick dude, man. I mean, like I said earlier, it's greed cost him everything. And like I said, now I understand why the merge kept them away. These guys were not great to keep around. They were doing all this great stuff backstage. Everybody's staying away from Vince McMahon. Now, with this being said, you know how back then that Vince McMahon would have banned words, on TV if somebody do something bad, like Chris Benoit or other people. I wonder, moving forward, following this lawsuit, this is the question. Will Vince McMahon's name be banned in WWE TV? Do you think they're going to ban the WWE executives and talent on TV to ever say his name? Just like, think about it. Vince McMahon always banned other people's name. You think his name will be banned or it's already banned? That's a good question to ask yourself and to think following this scandal, because his name is just rotten right now. It's more rotten than an apple. Will his name be banned in WWE TV forever? That's the question. Will they stop? You guys let me know. You guys tell me in the chat right now. What do you guys think? Will his name be banned in WWE TV? Are they forbidden to say his name ever again? Because Vince McMahon's been doing that forever. He always bans certain words. Will Vince McMahon be a banned word now? See how the tables have turned? See how what goes around comes around? He banned people for decades. Now he may be the one whose name may be banned. It could be the same case here. This does not look good for Vince, and I wouldn't be surprised. Yes, like Benoit, I think his name gonna be banned. I don't think they allow to say his name anymore. Like we couldn't say other names, you can't say his name. Let's see. Birds of a feather flock together. Don't be surprised if your favorite wrestlers are involved, especially since Brock Lesnar came up. I can't argue with that. It might be. That's what I'm saying. Brock Lesnar, the only thing, he didn't do anything. He's in the clear. And besides, since he didn't do anything, there's nothing else you could do with Brock Lesnar. But others, yeah, could be. Imagine if somebody like Roman Reigns was involved. This follower said Roman Reigns, Seth Rollins, AJ Styles. Could be a number of names. What if what if one of those names were involved? Who knows? Because Vince McMahon, they pretty much got rid of this whole regime, and Kevin Dunn was the last part of that regime to be gone. So yeah, never know. You never know. But I see why WWE's making the moves that they're making. But Vince McMahon, they know that he's a rotten apple, and they know to get him out of there. King Bruce, salute to you. Thanks for coming out to the locker room. Like, subscribe as you come in. We got 17 people in the lockers. But yeah, this is crazy. I can't see this. Vince McMahon is not going to rebound from this. And I can see his name being, I can't see Vince McMahon's name being mentioned on television again. I just can't. There's no way possible. It's not good at all for that matter. He's not helping anything. He's just not going to help. I don't see it getting any better for him for that matter. But I hope that WWE's doing the right thing by keeping him away. I hope that's the case here. They're keeping him away and everything is getting, WWE will get better. They know, like I said, I know with the whole Netflix deal and this stuff come up, they know that Vince McMahon is pretty much out of there. They know he's out of there. They know that this is the last of Vince McMahon that you're going to hear about him. And they have a whole new regime. You got Ari Emanuel, you got The Rock involved, Triple H head of creative, everything. Now, only thing I can say, he said, don't be surprised if your favorite wrestler involved, like he said earlier. I do begin to question. It could be far-fetched. It could be. I just want to put this out there. He is one of my favorite wrestlers of all time. But remember, I mentioned this earlier. Remember, Triple H was removed of board of directors. Remember that. And I find that suspicious. Why was he removed? So that right there would be something I want to think about. Why was he removed? That's the only thing I would say. Why is that? And while we're at it, let's look and see when did that happen with Timeline when he was removed from the board of directors. Why was that? There's something going on with him too. I don't think it was. I'm just saying alleged. I'm just throwing it out there. It'll be far-fetched. But let's remember, when did this happen? Let's pull this up. And I like the game. People know that who have followed my channel or Red Covering know I am a fan of the game. I am not trying to put him down any shape or form. But I do want to present this to the audience and see what's going on. Let's see. Let's talk about the game. It's all about the game and how you play it, right? That's what they say. Let's see. Triple H no longer part of WWE Board of Directors. And this was in August of 2023. So that's what, almost 6 months ago. It says here that they merged, the whole merging. They said a lowdown on Triple H board removal, the restructuring of both companies into one will obviously see the elimination of many redundant aspects of positions. As such, many releases are expected on the production side. Also, reconstructing, expected for release to a new company. And one man not forming part of that leadership is Triple H, whose real name is Paul Levesque. This is here. It's back in August. Why? It said that he would not be part of the board of directors when the merger is finalized. Those expect that he will continue his duties as well as vice president of talent relations. So maybe this is just a coincidence. Maybe Triple H had nothing to do with it. Maybe his name is clear. Maybe he needs to focus on more responsibilities as head creative and vice president of talent relations. That is a heavy workload as is. Maybe it was best for business because of Triple H's involvement, with that, to remove him from the board. And it says he's been part of WWE under executive since 2010. And it says here that he started out as an executive senior advisor. So let's see. Get more into that. See what's going on. It said that a little by learning, he will oversee. He did reconstruct the NXT. They said he in 2020 replaced John Laurinaitis, president of Tower Relations, took head creative, long held by Vince McMahon, following investigation. No, like I said, maybe Triple H is just a coincidence. Maybe he had nothing to do with it. I just want to throw it out there that he did get removed from board of directors maybe 6 months ago. But maybe it's just a coincidence. I don't think he had nothing to do with it. Don't seem like Triple H would get his hand tied in that. So, yep, he didn't want any leverage on him. Yes, he's all business. I don't think he's involved either. Yeah, I don't think Triple H did anything. I think he kept his nose clean. Like I said, you gotta realize Triple H is the head of creative, and I'll say he is he is vice president of town relations, the job that was previously held by John Laurinaitis, who is involved in this whole scandal. So maybe that's just coincidence that happened, and maybe they just want to he wants to take more ease off of that and keep focused on himself. So maybe that's just what it is. I don't think he'd be involved. If it is, I would be very, very surprised if he was. Very surprised. Let's see what else we got going on. Rachel Mills, welcome to the locker room. First time here, I see. The first time I seen you. Brock is going to get Benoit. I don't think so. I mentioned Brock. Brock is clean. He did not, like I said earlier, he got involved. He got pictures, but he did not do anything with Janelle Grant. So I would say no. Let's see what else to say here. What else you guys got to say in the locker room? Maybe Triple H is not involved, but I hope and pray that the Undertaker's not involved. I don't think Undertaker's involved either. He's along with Triple H. He's like Triple H. Him and Triple H, I don't think were involved. What it says, he was involved. He's going to meet. Yeah, but he never met with her. It fell through. One time was a snowstorm, the other time didn't meet up. And what you say, Rachel? You says trafficking. So trafficking is an attempt to meet up and don't meet up. That's considered trafficking because he did nothing with her. That's an attempt, but he didn't do nothing. Yeah, Brock was going to meet up with her, but like I said, he got stopped due to a snowstorm. So I don't think he was going to do anything. But if it is trafficking, that's not a good look for Brock Lesnar either. Like I said, at the end of the day, Vince Reed cost him everything. He put himself in this corner. Like I said, it just do not stop Vince McMahon. Now we are in January 25th in 2024 this year. How much you want to bet that something else may happen to him later this year or next year? Put a one in the chat if you think you're going to hear some more stuff about Vince McMahon later this year or next year. Because we may hear some more stuff about him. It may be more to this story or another story. But it seems like every time I look up, it's a hush allegation. It's this allegation, this lawsuit, that lawsuit. He has to pay. It could be a possibility. You said it is, Rachel? Let me see what you got to say. Attempt is trafficking. It's like if you try to rape a woman, but you don't because she fought you off, it's still a rape attempt. Oh, wow. Well, if that's the case, then this ain't a good look for Brock then. So, since Rachel presented that to me, Mark, I'm going to ask you guys now, since she brought that up, what happens to Brock then? If it's an attempt, as Rachel stated, if he alleged to try to do some attempt, do you think he'll be charged with anything? Do you think something will happen to Brock Lesnar, or he will be off the hook? That's the question. You guys let me know in the live chat if something may happen to Brock due to an attempt. And what do you have to say, Rachel? You said something else too? People are calling for Brock to be jailed? Really? Oh, wow. I didn't know it was that bad. They were calling for him to be jailed. If they alleged call to be jailed, that's not good. We got 20 people in here. Please hit the like button as you come into the locker room. This is breaking news here. We've been going on for an hour now. Like I said, Vince McMahon, he's got it worse, and his reputation is pretty much down the toilet. John Laurinaitis as well. I don't think Triple H is involved. I don't think Undertaker's involved. Brock Lesnar did make an attempt, but it fell through due to a snowstorm the first time. Second time didn't happen. No reason I may agree with what Rachel's saying. He did get the pictures. So you say it may be an attempt, but he did take the pictures. That may look at him strange because he did get the pictures sent to him, and he was going to do something, an attempt. What he said, I don't know if he'll get arrested, but I do know that WWE will try to distance themselves from Brock, especially with this much riding on it. Oh, yeah, I agree. Say ye. I agree with you. And we haven't seen Brock Lesnar on television since SummerSlam of last year in 2023 in this match against Cody Rhodes. They're supposed to set a program with Gunther. Is that why they shifted over with him and Seth Rollins, even though Seth Rollins is injured? Could be a possibility. He may not even show Royal Rumble. If he was supposed to show, they're probably going to nix those plans. Guys say, yeah, same attempt for not raping. Let's see, Mr. Alex789, thanks for coming into the locker room. You said, are you aware people are wanting Vince McMahon removed from the upcoming WWE 2K24 game? No, this is the first time I've heard that. I know there are pre-orders set for the game. You know, you have the 4 years of WrestleMania, 40 years of Hulkamania, Cody Rhodes on the cover, and then Bianca and Rhea on the deluxe edition. No, I did not know they want him removed. I mean, who uses Vince McMahon anyway, honestly? I mean, does it really matter about Vince McMahon? Take him off. I got WWE 2K23 now, and I don't play with no Vince McMahon at all. So, if he's removed, cool. I have no problem with that. And I'm pretty sure he will be gone following this whole scandal. And I don't think he'll be any more video games. That's why I said Vince McMahon not only should be removed from the game, but his name should be banned from WWE being set in WWE television moving forward. So yeah, I haven't heard that, but I'm not surprised either. Should it happen? Yeah. You guys let me know in the chat if you agree that he should be removed from the video game. 1 for yes. Put a 1 for yes, 2 for no, if you think so. He also accepted. Yeah, that's what I said earlier, Rachel. I said that Brock did take the photos. They may look at him strange with that. Does someone have a picture of the girl? Yes, I can pull the picture up right now. Give me 1 second, guys. I'll pull the picture of her right now. Give me 1 second. I'll pull the picture of Mrs. Janelle Grant. And she's actually in here, but I'll show another still picture of her. She's the one that sued Vince McMahon. Pull this up right now. All right. Pull up right now. I think this is her right here. This is her right here. This is Janelle Grant. This is her right in the corner. Like I said, that picture of is still in the video. Yeah, she looks too young. I agree. She looked no more than maybe 16 years old. But yeah, I agree. She's too young, and I even give you guys a much better photo of her. So let me pull this up now. She does look way too young. It's disgusting. It's disgusting. I'm not gonna front on that. This is the picture of Janelle Grant, guys. This is her right here. So all you guys in the live chat see the picture of her. She looks very young, looks very, very childish, very like an adolescent. You know, that is her. Let's see. Yeah, she looks like a child. I agree. Okay. Yeah, it's crazy, guys. This is a boy loving underage female. Yeah, I've heard over the years he has. Remember the plot Vince Trafficking Steffi when she was a. Oh wow. I know he was trying to do a insects. Are you talking about the insect storyline he was doing? And Stephanie rejected it immediately. Yeah, Vince is a sicko. He's definitely a sicko. But this is the woman that sued Vince McMahon and John Laurinaitis. But yeah, Vince should be in jail. You know what? He should be. I know they have to, do more investigation, and then we have to see if he goes to, court, trial, whatever. But let's see what happens. I keep you guys updated the locker room news. If Vince do go to jail, or if he does not go, he gets off, or whatever. We definitely have to see what's going on. This is definitely getting crazy. I bet Vince fantasized with Steph. Yeah, I think he did too. So, when was the storyline of Vince trafficking Stephanie when she was a baby? Are you talking about early 90s? I think you talked the 90s storyline. I think I remember that one. It's a plot. You see where that she was. Yeah, I heard about that. Now I know what you're talking about. It's crazy. It's definitely crazy. Yeah. Yeah, it's crazy. Like I said, Rachel had a point about Brock Lesnar. I think whatever they was going to do with him at Royal Rumble. Well, remember, he was supposed to feud against Gunther, and I think despite Seth Rollins' injury, I think that's why they shifted over to Gunther versus Seth Rollins at WrestleMania. Seth is hurt. He's supposed to feud with Brock, and I think that's why they're doing that because of this stuff that happened. So yeah, long-term storyline. I've heard about that. That Macho Man. I've been hearing that for years. Yeah, Vince is sick. He got a problem. He definitely has a problem. I don't know what's going on, but Vince, he definitely got some issues, major issues. Only time will tell what's going to happen next with Vince McMahon. Only time will tell what's going to happen, but it's not looking good for Vince or John Laurinaitis, and even Brock Lesnar may even catch some heat on this one. He may catch some heat on this one. Like I said, this is not good at all. You guys let me know anything else you guys, depend on the information that I brought up, what else you guys think about this whole situation? Who else is going to pay for the consequence of what Vince has done? Who else is involved? So I feel like a name may be left out in this. It may be another name involved. I feel like someone's being left out. That's why I feel. You never know. And I wouldn't be surprised if we hear something later about it. I wouldn't be surprised if anything else going on about it. It may be another name involved in this whole thing. I feel like someone may be left out for all we know. So these people have so much power. They just do great stuff. True. Yeah, I think they already did themselves for Brock. They said his creative storylines have been stopped. They said I just heard that they said a source said that his creative plans have been stopped. So Brock to AEW, maybe. Shoot, Kevin Dunn. I said Kevin Dunn may be involved. I said that too. I said that. But Yeah, this is sad though. I think something, yeah, like I said, it could be something up with Brock Lesnar too. They may have dissed himself with Brock, like Goodbread said. It may be something going on with him. He may be done though. Like I said, Brock was already pretty much done anyway. So it's crazy though. And what's sad about it is, here's the crazy part about it. I believe, let's see. I got some more information on Brock Lesnar. They said something about his contract. So let's see what's going on with Brock. Let's see what's going on right now. So let's see. It says that Brock Lesnar CM Punk contract details revealed, and this is today, January 25th. Let's see. Brock Lesnar CM Punk have all been part of WWE and UFC. Now the contracts with the end promotion have been revealed. Let's see if this is current. It said Brock Lesnar signed one of his UFC deals in 2009. He went to his fourth fight. Contract paying through his own Plus company. His first title. Let's see. Oh, these must be old contracts when there's the UFC. These are the old UFC contracts. I don't think anything else happened with Brock since then. But I will say WWE has distanced themselves from him. I will say that. I think they distanced themselves from Brock Lesnar. I don't think they're going to do anything else with him. If they were, it definitely has stopped. I don't think anything will happen. I don't think anything will happen now. I think it's pretty much a wrap. And I think it's pretty much ruined his name, along with Vince McMahon already ruined name and others. See, being in this position of power just ruins you. It ruins you long term, short term, and long term. No, I don't think he'll flee to the country. Maybe UFC was Ronda. She was champion as well. I don't think it was Ronda. I think it's Brock. No one's saying anything about Ronda Rousey. I don't think so. I don't think his name's involved. Isn't Brock married to Sable? What's she thinking? What's she thinking? Be the first girl to sue Vince? Yeah, Brock is married to Sable. They got I think they got 2 sons together. Yeah, he's still married to Sable. But yeah, it's wild what's going on with him. Yeah. I don't think nothing's gonna happen with Brock Lesnar now. I think his name's pretty much ruined. I think his reputation is ruined. I don't think he's gonna be the same Brock Lesnar he was, highly respected. Even though he didn't do nothing, it was an attempt. I don't think that's gonna. I think it's not gonna be the same. I just don't think I can't see him being the same either. I mean, that's my opinion on that. Is his reputation ruined? And it's a good possibility that it has been, because he's not WWE. You gotta realize this is not the same WWE was before. This is with Endeavor. This is the Netflix deal they got. They don't want any distractions or anything that's going to give them a bad name, and they're going to stay away from Brock. Matt Riddle was not a UFC champion. He was in UFC. No, Matt Riddle's not in it. Matt Riddle's the type of guy that talks too much. But I think Brock Lesnar's name just ruined. I don't. Mr. Alex asked me a question. How old is the girl who accused Vince of trafficking? It didn't say her age. Let's see. Let me see her age. It did not say her age. Let me see. What's her age? They never said her age. That's a good question. Very good question, Alex. I don't see what her age is. She looks too young. I know that much. They did not say. They did not say what her age is. Did not say. I don't see anything about her age. Maybe they're not revealing it. I know she's a minor. It's definitely a wrap for Vince. She looks like she's a minor, honestly, but no. She don't. I don't see no age about Mrs. Grant. I don't see nothing about her. I don't know what the whole deal is. They don't say how old she is. That's a good question. I don't see anything about her, so I'm not sure. They have not released how old she is, so I don't see. Yeah, Vince McMahon he's done though. He's done. He's done. He is just getting sued over and over again. He's just done. Let's see what else you guys got to say. Let's see how WWE handles this compared to AEW. That's Vince Boy Brock, Vince Boy Undertaker. Does she have an IG? I don't know. I haven't looked to see if she has IG. I don't know if Janelle Grant has one. If she do, it's probably private. Vince loved Pat Patterson on that. Yep, that's true about Pat Patterson. Very, very true. All right, guys. That's I don't have any other information regarding the lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon, accusing him of trafficking. Let's see, what does it say here? Just let you know, in the Reddit for WWE against 2K games, officially scored 4 people called for removing Vince McMahon. Oh, and Brock Lesnar too. Brock Lesnar may be gone. Now that may happen. That's definitely going to happen. They want Brock Lesnar gone. I can see that happening. I like Brock Lesnar, but if they're going to remove him, it's going to remove him. That's true. That may happen. What do you guys think of that? Vince McMahon and Brock Lesnar being removed from the video game. But like I said, that's all I have nothing else regarding the whole situation. I brought out every angle, every possibility of what happened. We talked about Vince McMahon. We talked about John Laurinaitis, read the article, talked about Janelle Grant, talked about Brock Lesnar being possibly involved. We talked about the whole story with him, talked about possibly Kevin Dunn being involved, and maybe others involved as well. But that's all I have for lawsuit filed against Vince McMahon, accusing him of trafficking. So, like I said, on top my other channel, if you guys do follow it, subscribe over to the Red Carpet Ring, and that is I call it the TBS, meaning I'll call this the TBS, which is Turnbuckle Station, Red Carpet Ring. I'm going to do a stream over there shortly, another 45 minutes. We'll talk about Royal Rumble predictions. You guys want to check that out. I'll be over there, Red Carpet Ring. That is the sister channel to this one. But other than that, I don't have anything else. You guys can leave the rest we think in the comment section below. And thank you all for coming out to the Locker Room News. Let's leave the lockers. Let's go back to what we do. Work. Enjoy yourselves. We got World Rumble coming up this Saturday, and I will do a prediction video at the Red Carpet Ring if you want to join me over there. If you don't, that's fine too. Soon 2 videos will pop up for Toxic Reigns Scandal on YouTube. One will be when the Monday Night War was restarted. The next video will be World Champion shocking announcement. Thank you all again. Enjoy the rest of your day. Until then, it is OUT.